Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the story of a company that's not just evolving, but trying to fundamentally reinvent itself. This is the transformation story of Datamatics.
And, that distinction is everything. It's the difference between making small, steady adjustments and, completely changing who you are as a company. Datamatics is betting it all on that second path. Let's see how they're doing it.
All right, so first things first. Who exactly is Datamatics? Let's get a quick snapshot of the company at the heart of this whole story.
Okay, so at its core, Datamatics is an IT services company. They work on everything from digital operations to building specific tech products. Think things like RPA, that's robotic process automation, for making business tasks more efficient, and a lot of AI solutions. They even create automated fare collection systems for metro transit. Now remember that last one. It's going to be a big part of their story.
A huge piece of their transformation puzzle has been to, literally buy growth. Instead of just building everything from the ground up, they've been strategically snapping up other companies to get new skills and a bigger piece of the market, like right now.
And just look at the speed here. This is what's really striking. In just over a year, they grabbed Dextara Digital to get into the Salesforce world, then bought TNQ Tech for its publishing know-how, and then circled back to take full control of Dextara. This isn't just some random shopping spree. This is a really aggressive and targeted expansion plan.
And this isn't just about collecting logos. It's about buying revenue. That TNQ Tech deal alone was expected to pump nearly 290 crore rupees into their sales in just 1 year. That is a massive, immediate shot in the arm for the company.
But they aren't just buying their way to the top. They're also trying to build growth from the inside. And that brings us to the second pillar of their transformation, a massive company-wide bet on artificial intelligence.
And they are going all in on AI. We're talking about rerouting up to 50 crore rupees every year just for AI development. They're teaming up with giants like Google and Microsoft. They're weaving AI into their main products. They're not just playing around here. They're aiming to be leaders, even earning the world's first ever ISO certification for AI management and locking down patents. It's a full court press.
And this isn't just them patting themselves on the back. I mean, when a titan like Microsoft puts you in their AI First Mover series, that's some serious validation. It tells you that what they're doing with AI isn't just being noticed, it's seen as genuinely impactful on a huge scale.
So a bold strategy is one thing, but is it actually working? What about the real-world results? Let's take a look at how this two-part plan of buying and building is actually turning into real business wins.
Hey, remember that automated fare collection business I mentioned? Well, here it is in the wild, a huge contract for the Pune Metro. And they're not just selling some software and calling it a day. No, they're designing the whole system, providing all the hardware, and then installing it across 23 different stations. This is a perfect example of a massive end-to-end project win.
And the wins just keep stacking up. They're expanding globally, opening a new center in the Philippines. They landed a historic project, India's very first regional rapid transit system. They're adding tons of new clients, like 24 new ones in just 6 months. And to top it all off, they locked in a single 5-year, $36 million deal with a company in the US. You can really feel the momentum building.
Okay, so all this action, the acquisitions, the AI investment, the big new contracts, it all leads to the most important question, right? How does this all actually look on the balance sheet? Let's check the financial report card.
And here's where the plot really thickens. This slide shows the core tension in their whole transformation story. On one hand, the strategy is working. Sales are up a really solid 20%. But on the other hand, their net profit is down 13%. This is that classic trade-off, isn't it? The high cost of buying companies and investing heavily in AI is squeezing profits right now, all for the hope of much bigger growth down the road.
Now, if we dig just a little deeper, we find a key risk. Over 65% of their money comes from the US and Europe. So what that means is, while those are obviously huge markets, being so concentrated makes them pretty vulnerable if there's an economic slowdown or some kind of policy change in just those parts of the world. So, we've seen the strategy, we've seen the wins, and we've seen the financial trade-offs. What does all this tell us about the road ahead for Datamatics?
Well, the company has put a very bold number on their ambition.
a revenue target of 1,950 crore rupees for fiscal year 26. That is a pretty significant jump from where they are now, and whether they can hit it will depend completely on whether their big bets on acquisitions and AI really truly pay off. Which leaves us with the ultimate question, right? Datamatics is clearly making all the right moves. They're buying talent, they're investing in the future with AI, they're winning huge contracts. All the pieces of a modern tech powerhouse are being put on the board. The real challenge now is whether they can assemble those pieces in a way that delivers not just growth, but profitable growth. That is the transformation they're chasing.